Hi guys, in this video we're going to cover taking quadratic patterns and writing tables and then forming the equations for them. So here we have a quadratic pattern and it's made up of a number of different tile numbers. So here we have pattern 1 with 1 and then 2 with 9, 3 with 25 and so on. And so the first thing we would do is we would write up a table of our x and y values where x would be the pattern number and y would be, in this case, the number of tiles that are in each of those patterns. Now once we've done that, just like when we do a linear pattern, we're going to make another column where we can count out the difference. We're trying to find out what's going on with our pattern here. So here we have a difference of 8. So I'm just going to put it in between because it's between these two. And then we have a difference of 16, and then a difference of 24, and then a difference of 32. Okay, so we're going to write those differences in. Now, if it was constant, we would know that it's a straight line, and from there we can carry on with our plotting of a straight line. If it's not a constant, then what we want to do is try and write the second difference between each of our differences. So here, difference 2, we can see that between 8 and 16, we have 8. Between 16 and 24, we have 8. And between 24 and 32, we have 8 as well. So our difference of our differences is actually 8, and that is a constant. So now we know that it is a quadratic. So now that we know we're dealing with a quadratic, we know that we need to fill out this general quadratic equation formula here. So y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So we need to find the a, the b, and the c in this quadratic. Now a is quite simple. Once we've found our second difference, it's just a matter of knowing what is the half of that second difference. That is what our a value is going to be. So here we have a difference of 8, and so our a value is going to be 4. The next part to find in this quadratic equation is actually the c value. That's going to be the next easiest part to find. Now, just like with a linear pattern, we know that the c value is the value of y when x is 0. So in fact, what we need to do is we need to work backwards now to find out what is our y value going to be when x is 0. And that does mean that we need to look at our difference of differences and find out what the new difference is going to be going back. So here we have a difference of 8, 16, 24, 32, and that's going up in 8s. And so actually we're going to make our new difference 8 smaller, and so our new difference is actually going to be 0. So the difference between this value and the value before it is going to be 0. So our y value when x is 0 is actually also a 1. So now we know our c value is 1. So now that we know a and c, it's a matter of finding what our b value is. And to do that, we're actually going to substitute for x and y and solve for b. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these values 2 and 9 here, and I'm going to substitute them for my x and y values. So I'm going to rewrite my equation. 9 equals, now a is 4, so 4 times, now x I'm using the value 2, so 2 squared, plus, now I've got b times x here, and I'm actually just going to write this as you would with algebra, so 2 for x, b, 2 times b is the same as bx, and then finally plus 1 for our c value. Okay, now I can start solving this. So now we have 9 equals, now 4 times 2 squared. 2 squared is 4, so 4 times 4 is 16, plus 2b plus 1. So now I can actually take away the 16 and 1 here and put them on the other side. So take away 16, take away 1. So let's take away 17. So 9 take away 17 is negative 8. And that equals 2b. Okay, so now I've just got to get rid of this 2 here by dividing it. So divide this by 2. So my b value is negative 4. So now all I'm left to do is rewrite my equation in its final form. So I know that my equation is going to be y equals 4x squared minus 4x plus 1.